Welcome to the Tone Jerks podcast. I'm your host, Brian Gower, and with me today we got
Kyle McIntyre.
This guy. All right, Kyle. What's shaking? What's grooving? What is good? You're like you're walking down. What up, everybody?
Just make myself look huge on the screen. I already am, but yeah, dude. Still, it's been. I don't know what's new with me.
Yeah,
it's been fucking hot here, dude.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
No one told me it was gonna be fucking hot here
in
when
Texas?
I moved to Texas.
I think everybody told you.
Everyone,
and you're like,
actually.
no, I'm good with that. I think the first year you were there, it wasn't so bad.
Yeah, I was like
hot.
sweating like when it was like 80s, like or barely 90. And I was talking to my boss. I'm like, man, it's hot today. He's like, what?
Yeah.
Well, if you think it's hot today, you're gonna be struggling, son.
San Diego boy, Cali boy.
Look at what he's embarrassing me in front of everybody. Look at what we got here.
We have here.
We got somebody pussyfooting around Texas,
California way.
No, it's been warm.
Mr. Californication over here.
Would you dream of Californication? That's a different song.
No, they're all the same.
That's Danny California.
Yeah. No, well, it's close enough.
So
I always like that. Gear Slum's or Cole Duke's jokes it's like just making up nonsense. Bangy bongy 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 burn bang. Just jingling gling Glendale. Just naming California cities and California references.
They're all great musicians, right? They're all really good musicians, but for some reason, when I don't know, if you listen to those, and this is what that Pat Finnerty guy has taught me. They're all great.
Yeah. But
if you put them all together, it sounds like the most generic song you ever heard with lyrics that you could have written yourself.
Yeah, it's that band is definitely less than the sum of their parts.
Yeah, it's so strange.
It's like having a bunch of your favorite foods. Like I like chocolate cake, right? That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I do like, a good IPA, right?
Yeah.
And then, you can,
lobster, right?
Yeah.
Lobster roll.
Yeah. Or surf and turf burrito. And then, Robitussin. You put that all into one pot and mix it together, and that's Danny California.
Fuck.
And just be a big old pot. You're just like mixing it. This is really nice. Boil it up, make a stew.
You ever had a stomach ache before, kid?
Boil it up, make a stew out of it. But anyways, okay, yes. So it's hot out there, and
it's been hot.
It was like over 100 this whole week, and I'm like, God damn, that sucks, dig. And it was like
I've been all right.
70.
I've been all right. I've still been doing stuff outside and. Go out, get sweaty.
That sucks.
I know. But when you get back inside, you get hit. It's crazy because it's like, I think we have the AC set at like 75 or 74 or whatever. Nothing super low.
Yeah.
It's not like it's 60. But when you walk from 100 degrees outside into it feels like you're walking into a fridge.
You're like,
and your body goes, it's like.
You would come in, oh, boy, baby, it's a scorch out there.
Yeah.
I need a nice tall glass of ass water. Excuse me? A nice cool glass of ass water. Where's that accent come from? It's not even Texas. It's just you're just making up a really crappy Southern accent. It's a real.
I do declare I need some ice water.
It's a real scorch out there. You're wearing only fucking what is it, coveralls? That's all.
Yeah.
All you're wearing. One of the hooks, the straps is undone. You just gotta. I do declare I need some ice water.
No, some people when they say eyes, it makes it sound like they say ass.
Yeah.
Let me see your eyes. What?
Let's make some ass sculptures. Snow angels and ass sculptures. Excuse me? And you get there, it's just a big old ass, and you're like, oh, okay, no. So that was correct.
Hell yeah. I like you.
It's just butt cheeks, and you're like, okay. I guess that's what they
Bingo. So, I don't know. I've been driving my El Camino around.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So it's not registered. But I did. I think it's even registered. Well, it is registered.
No AC
in California.
Yeah.
No, there's no AC. It's registered in California as like a non-operational vehicle. So I'm like, I don't think what are they gonna do? You know, what make me drive over there and pay the bill there? I mean, maybe impound the vehicle. I don't know. But anyways, I've driven it to get gas. You know, I've driven it to get other things for it. But I don't know. So I've done that the past 2 days.
Real outlaw out there.
Yeah. Drive around with my California plates. You're like, what the fuck?
What the fuck is this shit? Not my town.
Yeah. I am the town. I am the law.
I am the law.
I am the law. I guess I've been just organizing this room some more. Kind of. I did get some new things. I guess we can.
Yeah, so you're trying to find space for the stuff that you have, but you added to that stuff.
I got a couple more things.
Because why the fuck not, right?
So I liked it so much at NAMM.
Mm-hmm.
Had to buy it. So.
Yep.
Let's see here. It's probably too bright to see.
Yeah.
There we go.
Future's so bright.
Whatever. It's still not focusing. But it's the Walrus Bad Water.
Yes. That the bass EQ comp preamp pedal.
Yeah.
DI.
It's like a drive pedal. I mean, it is a preamp, I guess you would say, but it is.
That could be your only bass pedal with like a tuner.
Yeah, with a tuner.
Kind of the idea of it, right?
Like if like literally if you were gonna fly somewhere, you know, this could be it. It's got a ground lift. It's got an out.
Does it have a headphone out?
No, it doesn't have a headphone out.
Gotcha.
But it does have an XLR.
Yep.
I mean, I guess if you could piggyback off of this if you want to do a headphone.
But yeah, if you want to just have a little practice thing. But
yeah,
you're going to put it into your interface anyways at home.
Yeah, and so I've been doing that actually. So I've been going out of this, so just straight into this, I guess, and out into my DAW, and I've had that free plugin that I got, the Ampeg one, the VR whatever.
Brainworks or whatever it was.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's been great, actually.
Yeah.
It sounds really good. So I've been kind of just messing around with that. And also, I mean, if we're talking about recording, I have like a board which you kind of see set up behind me, right? Let me see, right here. When I go between guitar and bass, I just basically unplug and just leave this thing set with the settings that I have, and then move to that, and then record the guitar. So I probably do it unconventionally because I'm building a song, and I can go back over it and re-record everything. But I'll do guitar. I'll do the rhythm, I'll duplicate it, I'll do a lead, or not even, I'll do a bass, and then I'll do the lead. And I'll do that again through different sections just to kind of build the song. And then I can go back through and redo it all on one take, or, you know, maybe it's fine how it is, but kind of just making songs and been fun. Just kind of haven't spent too much time doing that, but I really wanted to try out the Bad Water.
Yeah.
And so I kind of gotten a kick doing just that. So
yeah, no, that's cool. And you're using it with the Ampeg plugin. Are you bypassing the preamp on that and just using the cab sim or whatever in the plugin? Or are you using...
No, I have a little bit of drive still on here.
Okay.
So I still have the drive.
Or I guess I meant the preamp section on the plugin. So you're kind of... Are you keeping everything kind of at noon on there and then just using it, or?
Yeah, basically, there's a couple different presets. So I have like the driven bass amp.
Okay.
Or the driven amp, or whatever it is. Driven bass is what they call it. I literally have that selected, and then I can kind of just add more drive if I want. What I was having to do before to find in a good sound still was turning up more of, and we talked about it. There are other, like, there's hidden knobs. You gotta like hit something and it's like two more knobs pop up. And I was kind of like, well, I'm not hearing enough oomph, so I was turning those like up. Yeah. But this is fine now. So I have more, I guess, EQ on tap, and because there's no, I don't think there's any EQ on that, so I have to add like a separate plug-in.
Yeah.
But not anymore. I haven't had to do that with.
How's the comp on that pedal? Because I know you. You like
this
mm-hmm.
I usually just run this. It's really just that one knob, which is the sustain button. I have it pretty much pegged all the way to the.
Cranked all the way. Because I know you like the Serpens, the ground control one.
Yeah.
You don't really have that up that loud.
Yeah.
Or the effect of the compressor pedal up that much.
Just to shelve off some, or add like a limiter, like a little bit of a cushion. But this one, I just kind of had it kind of all the way up. So we'll see. I'll experiment more with it, but it's kind of silly because it's not, I shouldn't say silly, but it's not like oh man, this is a fucking flanger. It's the best flanger I've ever had. It's like, this pedal is designed so you don't even know it's fucking there. Or
it's just supposed to sound good.
Yeah, it doesn't, it sounds good, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it's an EQ, which you don't know, you shouldn't know if an EQ is on, basically. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it should be like
your always on thing, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it should be like,
I'm
going to click my EQ on. So, well, your EQ should have been on because you don't want your bass sounding like shit before. You want it to sound good the whole time.
Yeah, some people use an EQ for like a
booster.
Because they're boosting frequencies for like a certain part, or they're changing it for like their rhythm sound or whatever. So, I guess to kind of argue with you, you would want your EQ to make a sound. But
okay, well, it's what I mean is like you want it to sound good, and then you're never touching it. It's not like you're kicking it off. For me,
yeah.
I'm not gonna kick it on and off.
I would say, yeah. I've
same thing with the drive. Just leave it on, and I would leave everything on.
I have EQs, like on the Terror bass amp. That EQ almost does nothing. It's just like, these are dummy knobs.
Yeah, you look, they're just not even wired. They're like, gotcha.
Yeah, it's like, it's gonna kind of sound a little farty or more farty.
Yeah.
And that's why I would normally just put like a preamp pedal, like a Sans amp or Dark Glass in front of it. That's when you can actually sculpt the EQ, because those knobs don't do jack shit.
Yeah.
I've heard the new V2 or whatever, they've gotten better at it, but
fuck if I know.
Fuck if I know.
They just say that after everything.
Fuck.
Super professional. Instead of saying, I don't know.
Just passive.
It's like, is that product available? Fuck if I know.
Fuck 'em.
Catch that game on Saturday. Do they do games on Saturday?
Catch the game last night? I have no idea.
Always trying to walk it in.
Catch the game.
So, I got something else too.
Yeah.
Should we reveal it on the show or what?
Yeah. I think, So you had a busy week buying shit.
Yeah.
This is definitely something cool, but you don't need. I think I've already posted it on Instagram, so it's been the cat's out of the bag. All right. Kyle got a new bass. PVT-40 bass.
All the weight is right here, right under that badge right there. On the headstock. No, so it's T40, all original from what I know, at least. And the original missing knobs too.
Yeah.
Man, these knobs, I've been looking on like online. They're like, people want $50 for one.
Per knob,
and then like $4 or $5 or even more to ship it. I'm like, all right.
No. Just get just a regular black speed knob. Totally fine. Totally, like, no. Nobody's going to know or care.
So someone has 60 of these PV knobs.
Uh-huh.
And wants like $30 each still. But they have like a freaking treasure trove. Like, how many guitars did you rip that off of? Like this guy did.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Who knows why they did this?
That guy probably took those knobs off, and then he's trying to also make another couple, $200 on eBay. Selling 50 per. Come on, get out of here.
And I think that this neck has been off because this is upside down. It should be. It should read when you're playing. It should be like this should read. It's upside down.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It's just a PV.
it's all right.
Not. Yeah.
So, I drove for this the same amount of time that I drove for that Bravo amp. So
yes, really,
3 hours.
I thought you drove less for the PV Bravo.
No.
Same town?
No.
No. Different direction.
Completely different direction. I almost drove to Dallas basically to get this.
Yeah.
So it was like 3 hours.
Oh,
Dallas would have been 4, but I took the back roads.
Mm-hmm.
But I went to Waxahachie. It's a fucking stupid name, but
yeah.
Waxahachie.
Did he? Yeah. So anyway, you had mentioned about going to get them. Like, that's pretty cool. But I'm like thinking about it. Like, that's, let's say you drove all the way there and then instantly,
I don't want it.
Instantly got it. And then you're driving all the way back. No conversation with the guy at all. That's 6 hours. That's a whole fucking, like, that's your whole day off.
Yeah. So the guy moved from Florida. I think he played it in a church band. And they were just like, well, you're moving, just take it with you. So he didn't actually buy it.
Oh, that's cool.
So he wasn't looking to. So he played it for a while.
Yeah,
I think. It's funny, when I gave him the cash, his wife was like, "Oh, there goes your baby." Basically, like, "Oh, that's your bass." So I guess he's fucking given up on music. So
do he sell you any
sucks.
cables too?
No,
that's how
no. I mean, I don't mean to make it sound rude. Some people, they just have to make it buy, or
Yes.
I don't mean to make it sound rude like that. Sorry, it's pretty rude of me. But we're the jerks. We're the tone jerks.
Some people can't have 4 and buy more basses.
Yeah,
that's.
I know. It's some people have the luxury.
Well, yeah, no, totally.
I totally sound like a fucking asshole. I don't mean to, but some people move on. But it's nice that he got it. And I don't know if he had to buy it or not, but he said that he got it from the church when he left.
I stole it from my church, dude.
It's hot.
It's hot.
So
dude.
hot. Smoking.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah, I guess he really liked this bass, and I mean, it's got some, obviously you probably saw cosmetic issues. It's got chips on it. It's a 1982 bass. I looked up the serial number. So it's good, good into the run. They started in 78 and ended in 88. So
yeah,
ran those for about 10 years.
Yeah, that's 40-year-old bass. I guess that's vintage, right?
Yeah. Vintage in my book. It's vintage of Johnny, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Before his birthday. Actually, I think it was when he was born. Whatever.
Yeah.
We'll bring Johnny into every conversation.
Yeah. Well, because he has one, and I played his and set it up, and very cool bass. They're super solid. I guess they are not sleepers anymore because people caught onto it. And it's like, oh, this is the dual humbucker. You can get a lot of sounds out of that, and then you can split the coils so you can kind of make it more jazz bassy sounding. In
phase, out of phase, whatever.
Yeah.
But people talk about how heavy it is. It's like maybe a pound heavier than my P bass.
Yeah.
Like it's not that bad. Like I don't really. And I have an Ash. Like this is an Ash P bass.
Yeah.
It's probably not. It's not as the grabber isn't as heavy as it, but like it's a thick. Like even the neck. Yeah. Like the headstock. Like it's actually like.
Okay.
Thicker.
It's thicker than the Fender.
But not by. I noticed it and I held it up against. Like I had this neck off of that the Thunderbird, and it was like, it's only like, I don't know, not very. I couldn't even say like a 16th, but it's like you notice it from here. But anyways, it's cool. It's cool bass. I got it for a good deal too.
Mm-hmm. You got it.
So I did a little on the side of reverb, under the nose of reverb.
I've done a couple of those where it's like, oh, you meet the guy up if he's local and give him cash and for less than reverb. And I'm like, how do they, I mean, I think I've seen it before where reverb catches it and be like, hey, you got to sell this on, reverb, or you have to, declare that you sold it on reverb. I'm like, no, I don't.
I don't.
And then it's like, hey, don't take it.
I did add it to my collection though.
Yeah.
On reverb.
Like, don't take this, or don't take it away from. They kind of. I think something. It's probably a bot or something. It's like, oh, don't take this conversation off of reverb, for your own protection.
Yeah, for your own safety.
Because you don't want people fucking selling it without you getting your cut.
Exactly. So we want to talk about numbers on that or what? Or is that boring?
I guess.
Okay. So the guy wanted with shipping. So wanted like I think it was like $9.25 or $9.50.
Yeah.
So it's like you wanted like $8.50 with $75 to ship it.
Okay.
It came with the case, right?
Yeah.
Which is nice. You know, I know we talked about like, oh, you have to have cases. I know I was like adamant about always keeping cases.
Yeah.
This fucking closet is filled with fucking cases. And I'm like, son of a bitch.
Why do I have so many
Why
cases?
am I like this?
Yeah.
So, anyways, I wanted $9.25. Yeah, $9.25. It was $8.50 listed. And so I hit him like with a like $7.25 cash. I'll pick it up. And he didn't respond. And he's like, oh, I just got into town. Sorry I missed your call. I have 2 other people who want this, but basically since I'm the one who's willing to pick it up.
Yeah.
Who wants to ship a fucking guitar, right? Even a guitar, even if it was like of anything. I hate shipping things, obviously. But yeah, he's like, currently you're the number one, dude.
Like,
I'm all right, cool.
What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
Are you gonna sell
I'm like,
this?
yeah, I'm a pretty nice guy. You're right.
I'm a stand-up guy. Actually, a lot of my friends. Yeah, I'm pretty good guy.
And so I'm like, he didn't respond back after like to the offer. So I'm like, I just want to clarify. I'm like, I will pick this up.
Yeah.
So because it wouldn't let me, Reverb wouldn't let me just it used to let you take off shipping.
Yeah.
It used to let you do like offer this and you could change the shipping to 0 or whatever. Didn't let me do that. So it was still like $7.25 plus the 75 shipping. So it's $800.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, I just want to clarify that's what I wanted $7.25 only, not with the shipping. So I, said that. He said, you want to talk off of Reverb? I'm like, yeah. And so I did like the whole my phone number, but spelled out and then like different words that, 8 is ATE,
Yeah.
So then he shot me a text message. Like I'm like a fucking spy.
Yeah.
So anyways,
speaking in like a coded language. See if they can break that one.
The rooster crows at sunset. Yeah. So anyways,
he
drove up there.
He took the 725.
So he wanted 750. He's like, oh, we'll do 750.
That's
I'm
still
like,
not
right.
bad. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So drove up there.
Yep. And then spend $400 in gas, and then you're good to go.
Yeah.
And your fucking time totally.
No,
worth
it took my wife's Focus.
Yeah.
So I was a little sipping on gas.
Yeah. Better than let's take the fucking
the Vic.
Yeah.
The El Camino, which wouldn't make it.
350 wouldn't make it.
Yeah.
Actually, we the Vic wouldn't make it. I'll take the only car that
would
would make
it.
It would, goddammit.
They're all V8s. They're just
yeah.
like guzzling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're thirsty. Well,
I guess anyways,
you were in the text thread with Johnny. Stoked on you, for getting that. I'm like, that's pretty sweet. And then you're all like, bro, because you have one, Johnny has one, and I'm like, Brian, you gotta get one. Just fucking get one. So look at these ones. I'm like, I guess I'd have to get a black one. So
yeah, you could. They had red ones too, but
I think the black and white ones look the coolest.
Yeah.
And then you're like, just fucking get one, you pussy. And I'm just like, I'm on a
yeah, man. I've had this for like 5 minutes now. It's sick.
I'm on a very fixed income right now. I'm spending money on other shit, but I'm like, I'm actually pretty good on basses. I have 3 of them, 3 gigging basses right now. I'm like,
yeah,
I would like more, and then I'm not like, I was texting you. I'm like, okay, no, probably not going to get one. I don't need it. And even though I want a Stingray too, don't need it. I probably won't get it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm no saint or whatever with gear either, because eventually on the list, maybe by the end of the year or maybe sometime next year, I want to buy an orange 80-200 with the OBC 410 for a bass rig. Don't need it.
Damn.
So I'm like, I'll just waste that money buying that, like maybe hopefully under $2,000 bass rig. Don't need. So I'm totally down for buying shit I don't need, but it's not basses.
Yeah.
That would be so sick. That would be so sick, and I'm like, play it for like, the shows that we're not playing at the moment. Like, dude,
no,
we play fucking
you should get
Tower Bar, dude. You know how cool that would be on a fucking Tuesday night at 1 a.m.
I think the T40 is a good. I mean, it's a good investment. I'm trying to walk you through this here.
Yeah.
Because there's so many bases in one.
Like
you'll never have to buy another bass.
It's like a P bass. I have one. Well, it's like a jazz bass. I have one. It's like a fuck off. How about that?
Oh, I got one of those too. It's right fucking here.
Right fucking here, pal.
Right behind this middle finger. Yeah, dude. They're expensive. The black ones are so the price range for this bass is like, at least on Reverb it shows you. It's like $1,300 to $1,800. I know.
Yeah.
That's what it showed when I entered it in. I'm like, and I even put like fair on there, like the fair price range. The black ones are about $1,000 to $1,500.
Yeah.
So the black is cool.
I'm trying to spend that money right now.
Yeah. You should, when you do buy yours, split your knobs with me. I'll take 2.
Yeah. we share knobs.
Yeah.
But
we share our knobs.
But yeah, so that's pretty cool.
I did post on Reddit. So I thought, oh, this is fucking sick. Let me just share it with the boys in the boys and girls in the bass guitar subreddit. So there's a bass subreddit, but you can't post pictures in there. Like, it does not allow you to even post a picture.
Yeah,
it's all about discussion.
Like,
I mean, that's fucking boring.
I think I was in guitar pedals or something like that. I think I definitely went out of that one. Where it's like,
yeah,
don't post pictures of pedals. This isn't fucking
This isn't Instagram.
I'm like,
yeah, I had a picture, they flagged it, or they banned, or not banned it, but
removed it.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's cool. It was like actually getting traction. I was talking to people. We were having a conversation, and it's like, oh, you can't comment on this anymore. I'm like, why not? Oh, it's been removed. I'm like,
God damn.
Fucking assholes.
Yeah. Yeah, Reddit actually, there could be like, okay, well, yeah, you posted this picture, and then what I'm trying to say is like sometimes Reddit, they could, like bigger communities or people, it's like you realize like people are stupid.
Yeah.
And they have just bullshit opinions, and a lot of people can't make jokes, and they try to, and then a bunch of people tried to make the same joke, in which the joke was, how heavy is that thing? Is that,
you get a back brace? Yeah, I'm like, okay, I get it.
And then somebody says, did you get a back brace? Oh, same comment. Oh, it's heavy. Did you get a back brace? God fucking damn it.
Yeah.
And then you're saying it's not much heavier than your P bass.
Yeah. Whatever. I think the main thing people were really talking about was like, well, okay, because I posted,
yeah.
I wanted, basically, I was showing off the 3 basses I have in the picture. In this first picture, I have let me explain. While Kyle Reddit's, I have the grabber, the P bass, and then the T40, and I explain, oh, what am I missing? Just acquired the T40 today. I should have said sonically, basically, because the T40 covers a lot of basses.
Yeah.
But P bass is great to have, and the grabber isn't in the sonic realm of the T40, so it's kind of cool, And people just come up with the stupidest fucking things. You said people are dumb, and this
is like to go on with that. Not only just the back brace joke, it's also the suggestions of what basses you should get.
They're like, in my opinion, you should get a 5-string. Oh, okay, you should get a fucking 5-string. Oh, you should get a fucking 5-string. I'm like, 5-string Stingray. No. Why would I ruin a fucking Stingray
with adding another string?
Fuck.
And then people were saying fretless. Like, get a fretless bass. How about you get fucked, pal?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think I had one. I'm like, I'm not really a Stingray would be sick, but I'm a 4-string dude, bro.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I don't string that way.
4 fingers, 4 strings.
homie don't string like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people are like, oh, I don't know. It's funny because you have people that jump in on like, you should have 5-string, and they're like, why? Well, metal.
And then they have
I'm a metal player and I only play with 4. And then people are like, oh, then they start like not really arguing, but it's like all the great bassists are all 4-string players.
Yeah.
Like, all right. Thanks, bro.
You're sticking up for me.
I just Captain Planet came and saved me,
Yeah. He swoops in. Fuck you and your 5 strings. Solely 4. Yeah.
I mean, it was a good conversation. It's funny, but I read every comment and like responded to people that asked questions. And I only got like, I got 69. Hold on, let me take a picture of that. 69. Hell yeah. Zoom out there. Hell yeah. So 69 is what I'm at for upvotes.
Yeah.
All right. It's so disheartening when you see a post that is such bullshit that has like thousands. I think I only had like 600, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I sent it to you. Someone posted like in the bass group, like they're Godin.
Oh, yeah.
It's a Godin like soft case, like with the bass in it.
We got a new bass there or something like that.
Oh, sick, bro. That's fucking rad.
Thousands of upvotes. You're like, I fucking hate. I need to unsubscribe
I give up.
to this subreddit.
I fucking hate this world.
Yeah.
Kill me. It's just like, fretless bass. Yeah, I got those. It's like, hollow body short scale fretless. Fucking, who are you?
Hollow body.
Is this
short
Johnny?
Scale, short scale fretless. Are you Johnny? And you're trying.
Are
to
you
troll,
Fenslaw and Johnny on the same account?
Trying to troll me?
Yeah.
Just trying to trigger me?
Yeah.
They both have a shared account just to trigger you.
Who has a shared account anyway?
Yeah. On Reddit.
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't want to share an account with either one of them, actually. No.
All the subreddits there.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Extracurricular activities.
I can't even imagine what kind of space dicks they're looking at.
No. But yeah, I think Johnny also made the comment that's like there's a lot of just like with everyone, bass players can be really fucking stupid. Because like a lot of them have really shitty taste.
Yeah, and then you ask, what kind of bass amp do you guys have? What? What's that?
What? No, I just
what's that word after bass?
Every gig I show up and I just lie and say it's broken.
So wow, I got robbed.
I know a lot of bass amps that are pretty fucking reliable. But you guys have bad luck that every single one you go to a gig and somebody has a broken one.
Yeah. How come when I go to like a guitar shop, all I see are guitar amps being worked on?
Yeah. No bass amps.
No bass amps. Yeah, I guess one last thing that's what's new. Hold on, where did I put it? It's from NAMM. I alluded to it, but I could not remember the name of it. And I bought it on the floor. I talked about buying something on the floor of NAMM.
Yeah.
And I got a wedgie. It's called the Little Wedgie.
Yeah.
So it's produced by Thunderbolt Audio.
Yep.
That's the box, right? The guy basically had driven all the way from like Savannah, Georgia, to show at NAMM, which is kind of cool.
He's like, I drove all the way here. It was a real scorcher. I could use some ass water.
Oh my word!
I could use
Y'all come back now.
Use some ass water, some sweet tea and ass water.
Ass water and sweet tea, ma'am. So, anyways, this is what it looks like. So it's a amp wedge, right?
Yes.
So what's kind of cool is since it's rounded, you could put it basically anywhere on the amp, and it stays basically level on this front like rounded spot.
Okay.
Kind of hard to see. There you go. So like, you can put your amp barely on it.
Oh yeah.
And it will level out. So no matter where it goes on it, it levels. So very cool. Yeah. And I didn't need it, but I was like, this guy's like, oh, we drove all the way out here. This is showing. This is my first time showing at NAMM.
Yeah.
And
he
was
cool.
across.
A little design.
Yeah, he made. He designed himself like 3D printer and sent it off for someone to manufacture. It's made out of recycled rubber.
Okay,
just from tire rubber.
Okay, I was about to say, is it plastic? It's shiny. So
it's heavy rubber.
Okay,
and like it smells so bad. Let me tell you that I can taste it in the room.
Yeah. Too bad
like,
the podcast
I can taste it.
Smell-o-vision.
Yeah, hold on, you guys get a whiff of that.
Yeah, there you go. That's cool. Yeah. I think. Yeah. I mean, I like those like when they're like simple designs and they kind of like
put it back in the bag.
I'm
gonna put it outside and let it air out, but I have not had the opportunity to do that yet.
Mm-hmm. Well, like simple designs that can solve an issue, whether people ask to solve that problem or not.
Exactly.
It's always like the Sound Rise Pro, like the pedal risers, but I think he designed them initially for the Apollo Twin interface. Perfect, that guy. I love that design. It's awesome. He makes it with
these were all over NAMM, by the way.
Perfect.
He had produced a shitload and was just handing them out to people.
Yeah, that guy.
Or people that were showing.
Yeah.
Pedals, which is cool.
Yeah.
Smaller guys, not like boss or
Yeah, you need help.
Yeah.
No,
I didn't see him at Walrus, but I did see him at the Stomp Box exhibit.
Yeah, they're awesome design and they're not expensive. Yeah. They're made with foam, but it's the dense foam with like yoga blocks kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think somebody said, "Oh, is it made with foam? Is it like it's not studio type foam?
It's like closed cell foam."
Mm-hmm. I didn't know what that was, but yeah, that's what it is, and like it's simple design. I think it could solve a problem that people would have. I think RJ ended up buying one for pedals to use, like on his desk. He's like, "Oh, I don't have that type of interface," but he just
literally how I have this set up.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, I love those cool little designs. So, little wedgie is what little amp wedgie.
Yeah. I don't know. We probably throw their website in the comments or something.
Yeah, I'll put it in the description.
Yeah, maybe it's something you need. Maybe it's something not. But at least check them out. It's Thunderbolt Audio.
Mm-hmm.
Nice guy, really cool guy. Really,
it's pretty cool because it's like if you're kind of bringing something like that to a gig, it could be something that you could just throw in your gig bag, or if you have a combo, you could probably just throw it in the back where the speaker is. Probably not the best, but throw it in your gig bag. And then, because I know, I can get that for Adam. He's got a 1x12 combo. So just have a little bit,
angle it off the ground,
just a little bit towards him, so he doesn't have to crank it as loud. Because 50 watts is a loud 50 watts for that.
I bet that thing is loud as hell
for that Mesa. But I do want to get more into some more NAMM stuff. Maybe if you have a couple more, but maybe I'll go into a couple of my what's news.
Yeah, we'll get back.
Yeah. So I guess this was one thing I wanted to mention last week, but I think we ran so long. But it works out for this week as well. I was on the Just Surprise Me podcast. I was 2 episodes with those guys. So recorded with Doug, Joe, and Tony DeGraw. He was a guest.
They only let me be on one.
I know. So
Tony was on?
Yeah, I know. I got a 2 first.
Hey, Tony!
It was a lot of fun. I don't think I've ever talked to Tony other than text. But it's funny listening to his podcast, especially the one. I text him, and then I listen to his podcast, especially the one he does the King of the Hill one. So Texas State Boggle Champs. Listen to that one. It's a weekly listen. I feel like, oh yeah, I totally know Tony. I'm like, I've never talked to him before.
Hey Tony.
I'm like, oh, actually, I never talked to this guy before.
Fucking Tony, Tony DeGraw.
But it's funny with the podcast. It's like you feel like I'm like, oh yeah, I know this person. I'm like, yeah, so it's a pretty easy conversation. And then I haven't talked to Doug in a while. So, yeah, it's good catching up, good hanging out, virtually over Zoom. But so I think by the time you listen to this, those 2 episodes have already been released. So nice. I will say the second one, they have this ability now to where they can have call-ins. So Will Lehue, so he was out because he was on vacation with his family, but he did call in just to kind of check in and give a little update on his vacation. That story is worth listening to just for that episode. I believe it's the one that just came out this week. It's fun. It's his SeaWorld story, so tune in just for that alone. Yeah, so that's a what's new that I should have mentioned last week, but hey, with a podcast you can always go back and check it out. Let's see. Did adopt a cat.
Oh.
Yeah, won't show her right now. She took her to the vet to get fixed What is that? Not
Spade?
Spade. Yeah, that's for the girls. So she's girl cat. So maybe in a couple weeks I'll show her on the podcast. So you could maybe we do cat updates.
Yeah, we'll see if they'll talk to each other.
She does not.
Mine's
meow.
like.
Mine doesn't meow. She just goes.
Yeah. Mine will.
Yeah. That's kind of what she does. So it's kind of fun having an animal around. She's pretty little and she's pretty stealthy. Or sometimes I don't know that she like is jumping all over shit. So far she hasn't tried to knock over anime figures and stuff like that yet. I'm like, okay, well, like,
double side tape those down.
Yeah, gotta get strapped down the figures.
Well, she's like a year and a half old or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so she's tiny, right? She's not like full.
She's not gonna get
sized
much bigger, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So her found out about her from like 10 degrees of separation. It's like my sister's old coworker's girlfriend was fostering a cat that had kittens, and then so she was like kind of like, oh, you want any kittens or whatever, is what the girlfriend was trying to like, because everybody was like, I want to adopt a kitten, and then it was like sister, and then I was like, no, but I want the mom cat. Are you getting rid of that? And she's like, oh, most people don't care. They want the kittens. I'm like, yeah, I want that one. So through like all the text back and forth. And then she's like, yeah, totally. That was going to be the hardest one to get rid of. Yeah. So, which is good. So I'm like, she's already had a litter of kittens. Fixing her. I'm like, you're done. You're retired from having kittens.
You're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're trying to do that with the one in the backyard, but she got little kittens now. She got 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to. We'll try and catch her and do that shit whenever they get out, but whenever they grow up a little more. Yeah. But I didn't think she was gonna have kittens again already. She had 3 not too long ago.
Oh Jesus, yeah. So
then we looked out the back window and she was carrying kittens again, like to hide them somewhere. I'm like, damn it, we were gonna try and catch her and get her spayed.
Yeah, so she doesn't have more. It's like, where did the kittens go then?
They're underneath my shed.
So where did the last batch of kittens go?
They grew up and they're out on the prowl.
Flew the coop.
Yeah.
I always think
they were like a month older than mine. So they're like 8 months, 9 months old.
Are they able to survive? I guess, right?
I don't know. There was a dead cat on the road like a month or 2 months ago.
Yeah. I guess if a car is not going to hit them, but if like, can they?
Yeah.
I don't know. Because I think of like all the animals, and like there's the meme or whatever of like my dog, Herman, R.I.P. in peace. There's no way he would have survived if he was just like, oh, cool. Yeah, all right. I'm just going to start walking and then I'll survive.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, absolutely not. He's, if he doesn't get the food that he wants, if he's too cold, he's like, I'm just going to die.
Yeah.
And then
well, they're already living out there on their own, They were, I don't know if it was the dad cat or the mom, but there would always be like squirrel tails around the backyard out there.
Yeah, maybe it's
always catching squirrels, and I think the dad would bring it as a toy for the cat, like because there was no meat, there was no skeleton, it was always just the tail. Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna bring this back. My kids will love it.
They'll just devour it.
I find them all the time. Maybe
the California cats are, they're too big of pussies. Anyways, so
good one.
That's a what's new. So maybe she'll make her. I'll show her on the podcast. Give her a debut in a couple weeks. But that's exciting. So I'm just kind of scrolling through. I do have my what's news. I worked on recording demo for the Birdo bass. Recorded the song, and then I'm in the process of like mixing the song and mastering it. And I have no idea how to master anything. I need to start watching videos again instead of like watching gear videos or, rewatching Seinfeld for the 80th time.
The easy thing is buying it
or watching videos about Star Wars.
Buying it
instead of watching Star Wars. I'm like, I saw like you just get
fan
down
fiction here,
or watching like videos reviewing Nintendo 64 games. I'm like, yes, this is a good amount, good use of my like.
It's such an old game. It's not even.
Oh yes, Rayman 2.
It's not like you're reviewing a new product.
And I'm like,
this thing is old as hell.
I go through my YouTube section. I'm like, I am so stupid. If somebody went through and like, what is with this guy? And I'm like, I should need to like watch like tutorials on like mixing and mastering and stuff like that. Mastering, I'm like, so the way I record, which is probably not the best way. I'm just trying to do it quick because it's just for a YouTube demo. I'm not trying to do too much to it either because it's like,
yeah,
I added like, I always say it's like, oh, like fluff. It's like, here's a demo that I did for this guitar, which sounds like every other fucking guitar and every other fucking amp. And just today he released a video like going over the P90 sound. This sounds like every other fucking demo you've done because he puts a shit ton of EQ, shit ton of fucking compression, and then he's like, only doing for these guitars, like only a little bit. And you see like, oh, cool, you put a fucking $400, $500 plugin on there, and then on the master bus you have 8 plugins. Cool. That's what that guitar sounds like. So I'm trying not to do too much, but I want the mix to be balanced so you can hear everything. And then I'm like using headphones, and then I'm trying to do a little bit on my speakers, and then I bring it to like earbuds because I'm like, oh, just to hear. And then I'm like, I think I'm doing too much to this. I need to just get back to like just basics, whatever.
Yeah,
because I don't want to show, a piece of gear, whether you're doing pedals or a guitar, for it to sound so different. You kind of want to showcase what you can for those type of demo, videos, whatever. And then I look, and I was texting you. I'm like, oh, okay. So I put, a couple plugins on maybe the tracks, maybe guitars to do a little bit of EQ. And then on the master bus, I will put plugins on that, which most of the time what you want to do is mix. And then you get a mix down of a stereo waveform. And then you would take that into a separate session to mix that. Or to master that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to do that. I just want to fucking just dump it out.
Get it done, yeah.
Yeah, anyway, so I'm putting a couple plugins. I'm like, I have mastering plugins that I bought.
I'm so good. I bought this.
Here's a wave one that I bought, and here's a plugin for UAD that I spent $100 on, at least.
It's gotta be good.
And I dump it, put them in there, and I'm like, or it's like, there's a Chris Lord Algae Waves one. It says mastering in the name of the plugin. Let's put that on there. Cool, and I'm
mastered in the name of
mastering of none. So I am fucking around with it, and then I'm like, oh, changing things. I'm like, cool, that actually sounds pretty good. And then I turn the mastering plugins off, and I'm like, it sounds better without them. God damn it! You fuck with a track before, right? And then you're like, oh yeah, no, this is sounding so much better. Let me just undo the changes I made. God damn it, sounds better. Or you're like,
no, what did I do?
Oh wait, this plugin is bypassed. Sick. I've been tweaking and fucking shit around, and it's bypassed, or it's on a different track than the one that you think that you're editing.
Exactly. Yeah, you put it on the wrong one, or I'm EQing the wrong. Yeah, I'm like, man, nothing changing on this.
Tweak this just so, like instead of fuck, like a not even a full notch. It's like a 0.01 notch. All right, cool. That made a huge difference. God damn, it's on the wrong fucking track. Yeah. It's a track that has nothing on it, so it's not even affecting anything. And you're like, oh yeah.
Good thing.
God damn, I'm so fucking, these ears, just golden. And then
Grammy, baby.
Grammy.
Getting a Grammy for this one.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm trying to do more. Like I said, was kind of joking. I do watch a lot of bullshit on YouTube. But I do watch some recording stuff. I'm like, oh, dude, that's knowledge. I'll remember that and fucking learn and apply it. And then I start applying too many things without. And I've talked to Will about this too. He'll say, it's like, hey, do you ever like work on a song and then you're EQing one thing, but it totally fucks up the whole mix, and then you don't? I'm like, yep, all the time. He's like, what do you do about it? I'm like, nothing. I'm in the same boat as you, actually, and I think I probably spent a lot more money on plugins. And so
who's the smarter man?
Exactly. And I'm still
Will.
Will, yeah, he's in, yeah, and he's actually creating more music than me, and I'm just like, God damn it! This is YouTube video.
Will and I are working together. I mean, I don't want to like spoil it, but we're doing some cool shit. So.
Doing saying next masterpiece.
Yeah. We're making magic.
KC masterpiece.
Yeah.
KM masterpiece. Okay. Let's see. We're almost at an hour here. Do we want to go NAMM or do we want to do topics?
I mean, NAMM.
Do you want to give a shout out to those guitars, right? And so
so there was walking the floor. All right, I'll hit them real quick. So I followed Westminster Effects for a while.
Yeah.
Awesome. I actually got to play them in person. The Austin drive?
Mm-hmm.
So good. He's got some really cool drives actually.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm probably should have written all of them down. I took pictures of them. I tried his new
it's one that's like a rectifier in a box.
It's a rectifier in a box. I can't remember. It's a number.
2716.
There it is.
2716.
So everything that he does is like religious inspired. I guess like the name of it. So
they're like kind of praise and worship, but I mean you can.
Yeah.
I've definitely picked that up for sure. I know Chick-fil-A is. I mean, everybody can eat it, right? But I know it's definitely like a thing.
It's the Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I know. Like I see it a lot in praise and worship groups. I'm like,
yeah.
Are they religious? Like In and Out. Chick-fil-A.
I would say.
Oh yeah, they're closed on Sunday. Yeah, because they're closed on Sunday. Yeah, that was a meme somebody posted. It was like, Chick-fil-A is honoring for Father's Day. All fathers eat for free, and it was Father's Day is on a Sunday. That's the joke.
Yeah, we were like, oh shit,
today only. It's all of them are closed.
Damn.
But I just did see a demo of the 2716 or 2716. Sean Pierce Johnson, he did it on Stompbox Saturday. Yeah, sounds great. Like he kind of even just like, okay, gain even towards the middle or even like, at 9 o'clock. He's like, it's still really fucking gainy. And it doesn't get like boomy and shitty, as you would think of like, let's crank that up. It's actually a usable gain throughout the whole thing. So,
yeah, and he was paired up with a local builder to him, which is kind of cool. So he was at their booth. So I can't remember the name. Good. He's from South Carolina, I believe. So
yeah.
Whatever guitar brand is from it's LY Leiden or Light. Anyways, it's pretty sick.
Check out Westminster and fucking some other brand.
They had a bunch of guitars and stuff. They had their imports and they had their like made in house stuff. So it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Mainly Fender style guitars, F style.
And then what was the guitar brand that you saw?
So there's
I'm trying to move you along a little bit.
I know. There's a cool. I thought they were cool. They the shape of the guitars basically caught my eye. Cream guitars. So they're based out of San Antonio. That's probably what caught my eye. Is I'm like, that looks like a local.
You walk over there, bow-legged, and you're like, hey, like you push open saloon doors.
Yeah. What's a guy got to do to get a shot of whiskey around here? Yeah. So. Everything I learned about Westerns is just from Back to the Future. Mm-hmm. So they have really cool shapes, actually. We'll probably, I think we posted one already. But we talked to the CEO. He's cool. He's out of, like I said, San Antonio. Their factory is actually like in Mexico. They did some really interesting things. So they have some crazy circuitry on some of their guitars, which I don't know the names of them. Mm-hmm. But they have like just absolute, where this is a telly, this is a, kind of like how was it Nutter? He's got his crazy circuits that he's got in his guitars.
Yeah, he's got the three humbuckers.
Absolutely have everything. But he's got a floating bridge, and his guitars are like the retro inspired. This is like the 80s super, angular,
like the 80s metal kind of hair metal kind of inspired.
Yeah, and one of these guitars, so I'll show you. I guess we'll post it, but I don't know the name of it. Like I said, it has a P bass. It's got a 1/4 pounder pickup actually underneath the pick guard.
Yeah,
so it's got two pickups, like two guitar pickups, but in the middle between them, there's a P bass pickup.
That's pretty weird.
It is weird. and because you gotta be wild, you gotta try to get noticed and stuff.
Do something different.
But and I guess that's what they're doing.
You're really not going to catch attention or turn heads and be like, here's another S style and T style.
Yeah. So they're which is kind of cool because that would be an ugly pickup to show basically on the guitar if you really wanted to pick up that difference in, I guess, those different frequencies, like super low, super high. Well, not super high, I guess, but I wonder how it sounds. I didn't play it through an amp. Basically, there were dudes. There were literally a bunch of influencers hogging the amps. I was like, I'm just gonna talk to the guy. Talk to the man. And let the man speak.
Because it was, they're probably like, oh, there's content. There's content over there.
Because it was some wild shape. So it's like, oh, sick, dude. I'm watching Stranger Things when I get home, and this will really help me get through the day.
Yeah.
The 80s, bro. I'm watching some fucking Risky Business too.
But yeah, no, I'll post some pictures on the video and like put a link to that in the description.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, I mean, so there was a difference this NAMM to others where there's probably less brands, right? But
definitely everything was downsized.
But there was still a lot of people there, right?
Yeah.
From what I saw, these are numbers that I think. I mean, it's a pretty reliable source. Steve Rao, 60 Cycle Hum. I think he posted it probably on, like, in a comment. I saw it. I'm like, Steve posted. That's got to be true.
It's true.
I think the previous NAMM, the 2021, was like 150,000 people, and this one had 110,000 people.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's still a lot.
Still a lot of people.
Yeah. So it wasn't like
shit.
It wasn't even a half. It was something like that. Some number. Whereas at least what's sticking in my head. I could be making this up, but I mean,
call him up, get him on the show,
get him on the phone. I think they're over at Sweetwater. I'm like, fuck, call him.
He's closer to me than he's closer to you.
Yeah. Just how you're close to Nashville. Yeah, I can just drive there.
I just walk there.
It's easy. Like, no.
Knock on the door.
Mm-hmm. So, there's still a good amount of people that went. Still a lot of people there. And so, I think maybe one of your just quick mentions, you're just kind of like people watching just with Johnny. There's the rockers. Oh, yeah. Did we mention that last time?
We might have. The washed up. You're trying to guess like what they.
Oh, we totally did. We totally did last time. It's like where they're still like almost like cosplaying as rockers at.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. It's like, who are you? I know you don't dress like that every day. Mm-hmm. Dude, you're coming to NAMM and you're stoked. It's been gone for a couple years now, and you're back, dude. You are stoked.
I'm peacocking.
Yeah, it's funny. He's cosplaying as who? Fucking rocker, dude. Like when you can't. That's like Halloween when you can't think of a costume. You just pick a random like occupation.
He just like.
What are you? I'm a fucking mechanic.
He treats it like
good one.
The pickup artist. He's like, all right, I need to start peacocking, and then I need to neg every builder. Dude, that's how I'm gonna get stuff. That's how I'm gonna get sponsored. These guitars are pretty cool, but I mean, you look fat as fuck.
Yeah, slap bass at every booth.
But yeah, okay, yeah. I was like, as I was queuing you up for it, because I wanted to make sure we did, but I think we talked about it last episode. But we're kind of at an hour. Do you want to get a quick topic in?
Yeah, we did. We could. I don't know. Maybe we save it. I mean, it might be a good juicy topic for another time.
Another day.
We could hit it.
Or
sure, we could do
a quick bang, marry, kill. I got a couple of them I was coming up with.
All right, let's do that, and then we'll do a little more venturing because I think I want to talk a lot about.
Yeah, I do have one.
A lot.
Yeah, I do have one that's kind of like a little more juicy. So
yeah.
Okay. So here's do you want to do a guitar one or do you want to do a non-guitar one? Here, I got this one. Let's
do both of them.
No, we're already at an hour. So, bang, marry, kill. We haven't done one of those in a while, I think.
Yeah.
It's been a while. So, think of
not wild.
Yeah. Think of
it's been a while.
Guitar paint schemes. So, it's not just like a finish. It's not like, I want to, I don't know, just a solid finish, a burst or whatever. So these are like specifically painted guitar bodies. So think of like I think I was kind of inspired by seeing Eric Merrow on his Instagram. He's painting a guitar in the style of EVH. So think of
really
the lines, stuff like that. He's doing, I think, a 3-color guy to a Strat, I believe. So these could be any guitars. You pick whatever guitar in your head. So think of the EVH style paint scheme. So stripes.
Yeah.
You do like 3 colors, whatever.
Red, white, and red.
Camo. So you can choose army, or I guess you could choose snow camo, something like that. Desert camo.
Can it be real tree camo?
Or digicam? You're like, oh, damn, this guy's trying to get all the pussy?
Damn, save some dudes for the rest of us.
Or paint splatter. So think of like, or it could be, like a white guitar or whatever, and then splatter art. It could be just like spin art kind of thing, or just like you're
with a marble. You have the marble that you roll around on it.
Yeah, something like that. Like
you like roll it back and forth.
Because you could just like take and flick paint at it, at it and just splatter, and I'm like, that's a cool, right? I've seen that before.
Yeah.
So, between those 3, bang, marry, kill. We might have a similar one, but they're all actually pretty cool.
Yeah. Well,
one
Camo?
of them's okay. That's the one I think we're both gonna say. Kill that one.
All right. So I guess I would bang the EVH, marry the splatter.
Yeah.
But I would do black background with brighter colors over
like neon or something like that.
Yeah.
Ah, I like that. But you'd have to like. You would probably want a limit on how many colors you'd have splattered.
Oh, like 2 or 3, I think.
Yeah, you couldn't just
and not like you gotta have some negative space in there, or it's all gonna be one fucking color. It's gonna be brown.
Yeah,
you're not careful.
It's like you learn that fast as a kid. You start mixing colors, and you're like, this now looks like brown mustard.
Yeah,
looks like
my favorite. Not even French's.
It looks like gravy. That's what it looks like, just like brown gravy. The McCormick
turkey
brown
gravy,
McCormick brown gravy, like this
burn gravy. Damn, that'll ruin fucking Thanksgiving real quick.
Burned gravy.
Because if they burn the gravy, they fucking
fucked everything.
That turkey is dry, and you don't have anything to fucking dunk anything in. Oh man,
those mashed potatoes, too many lumps.
It ruins everything.
Yeah, they could still fuck up opening a can of corn.
I got invited to a Thanksgiving like that. You're like, oh yeah, thanks. We get there, it's like, man, what is that smell? Okay, gravy hits the fucking table. I'm like, bingo. I'm like,
it's black.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. It looked like fucking tar.
Yeah,
it was like the consistency of tar.
Did you take a bunch of black licorice and melt it down?
Just molasses. Are you just?
Yeah. That's...
Anyways, kill Camo. I mean, it has potential to look really cool, I think, but it probably doesn't. I mean, it won't.
It definitely gives off that vibe of like kind of.
Yeah, because I come across like on Reverb, it's like Camo guitars that are like beer, beer
like,
brands.
Yeah, like like a metal kind of thing, or like
it would Dimebag.
Exactly. What is that like a hillbilly metal or whatever kind of kind of thing? And then you're you're like, I was
Jackson. Jackson's got a run on these. Holy fuck.
I only think of like metal, or you could get it in like pink camo as like to be ironic. But I bet that like the guy from what's that hair metal band?
Hold on, you can buy a capo that's camo. Something you lose all the fucking time.
Yeah. It doesn't need to be camouflaged because you're going to lose it anyways. It's going to disappear on you.
Yeah, you can get it from Kisser or whatever the
Kaiser.
The major brand. They fucking make it in camo.
That's pretty good.
God. We used to sell at when I worked at the hardware store, like camo keys.
I'm like, yeah.
Are you sure you want this? Like, get the brightest, dumbest looking color. Because you're going to drop this one day. And it's going to be gone. And these aren't magnetic. You can't just like, well, I'll drag a magnet through the grass. No, it's fucking gone. The only thing that's gonna find that is the mower.
Yeah.
It's gonna be gone.
I think that with camo everything. I think that I talked early on, like when I was like a teenager. I could probably I wouldn't want it now. When I was a teenager, I wanted like cargo camo shorts.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that'd be so sick.
I have camo things. Like I do. I have like camo blankets. Yeah. I have camo, but I will not have. Oh god! And even the Epiphone, the Zach Wilde camo one, it just popped up
with a bullseye.
It's still the bullseye, but the freaking camo behind it.
I guess that's the one. I guess that would be like an ironic one. You would have a guitar that's ironically camo.
Yeah.
It's not as cool as the other two. So definitely that's a kill for me as well. I think it lines up kind of with yours. The only one I would say the EVH is lower than the Splatter one is because it's just so connected to another artist.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
you're playing that and you're like, that's definitely an EVH guy.
Yeah, even if you change the color scheme, it's the same. Yeah, someone's going to know, which is fine.
Yeah, actually, if you drastically changed it, that could be cool. Like, what if you did like more
all
modern art kind of thing? You did just the whole thing black. You take an EVH. I'm like, so you mean just a Strat?
You tape it all still, and then it's like, oh.
You painted black, not even different shades or like shiny black or matte black.
Satin versus,
It's all the same one. Just different layers. So it's like the thickness. It's like you have to really look. I'm like, that's just uneven looking. You're like, yeah, it looks sick, right? I did a lot of time on that. Black. Or it looks the same after it's done because you got to buff it out too, like all the uneven spots. Like it looks worse off. But I guess if you did like totally different colors of just like yellow, blue, and red, I wonder what that would look like in EVH. Because those would probably be the colors I would use for the Splatter. So your primary colors.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. It reminds me of a flag. It's probably like the Romanian flag or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, you could be patriotic for another country. It's fine.
For another country. You're like, I'm not gonna get mad or anything. But I just want to let you know these colors.
I thought we were bros.
These colors don't run.
No, seriously, they don't run.
Yeah, they do not.
They can't.
They can't. Bad for my ankles. My ankles. But yeah, camo is probably definitely the bottom, and then I think
Jackson has a couple guitars. Actually, I take back. They have like the Desert Storm looking camo, like it's tan. I'm like, that might be
pull up a picture. Let's check that out.
All right, hold on. Let me find it again.
See how my windows.
Yeah, let me close these things. Where was it?
Where is that? Close that window. ChristianMingle.com.
Christian.
Farmer's Date or whatever.
Yeah. All right, got it.
All right.
Share this one. All right, so doesn't look bad, I don't think.
No, that's not as egregious as like a green camo.
It's tan, or it's different varieties of different flavors of
Actually,
tan.
it's not. Yeah, it's not bad. And we say that, and it's like you're thinking. Some of these other ones of like what is that? What are those called? The snake bite camo. Yeah.
Oh.
And then like it's got the like the Fender gig bag with like your green camo.
Yeah, you have a camo knob if you really wanted
blue
one.
Camo. How you gonna even see that to adjust it? Camo picks.
God, those are
you
gone.
drop it on stage. I can't find it anymore.
I can't even see purple when it hits the ground.
Yeah,
it's like where'd that go? See, there was one that actually looked kind of cool, but it was all black.
These ones that are the shape of guns and then they're camo. It's like chill out.
Wait, which one?
Scroll up. You went so fast.
Let's see.
Stop. Scroll.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, Glenn Burton AK-47 with active. Oh, because it says gun active, and then the next line EMG 81.
Yeah, not active shooter.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It'd be like, yes, we understand you have a passion, but can you just cool it for a fucking second? and play the riff.
Airport security. Find one way to end up on a list.
Yeah.
Here's another one. This is a Tommy gun. A Hondo M16. That does not look like an M16. Holy shit. The grip is ahead of the trigger.
Okay, and then they got the trigger is the pickup selector. But it's so far away from the stock, I guess.
1980s.
Yeah. So
M16s were around for like 30 years already. You think you've seen one.
Yeah. Okay, so that's not okay, Camo's like it's the bottom of the list, but it's done in a certain way. It's not the worst. It's not like the end of the world. Like I'm sure you'd rather have a camo guitar than a gold top, right?
Here you go. Here's your carbon kind of camo.
Carbon fiber camo. That looks pretty shitty.
Yeah, it looks like they fucked up the carbon fiber.
All right.
Damn.
So that's a quick bang, marry, kill there. So but let's get on out of here. That was a fun little quick one. So just want to say thank you for tuning into the Tone Jerks podcast. If you like what you hear, you can follow along on social media. We're on Instagram at the Tone Jerks. We have a Facebook group. I think just search the Tone Jerks, you'll find it, and both of those are linked in the description, as well as our YouTube channel. So working on videos to come out on that for studio tours and demos, shit like that. And then also we put a video podcast, so you get see us talk.
Watch our fucking buster ass hair. I didn't realize it was so fucked up.
I did a little bit to my hair before we recorded, but it's so hot I'm just sweating, so sorry. We're trying to look beautiful for you guys.
We're really trying.
Next time we'll just wear the fucking Bass Pro Shop hats.
Damn,
that is a fucking the drip.
Good look.
That's the drip, dude. Carhartt with Bass Pro Shop. That's the drip. And then just busted ass. You can't. It's great because you can't see below. Not that anybody would want to. Just these
wearing underwear,
buster ass fucking Nikes that are just falling apart. These shorts. Like I put them on the other day and my foot went through the pocket. And just like I'm like, I'm wearing these at home only. I'm like, I'm still. And the thing is, and I did it on both legs. So a different day, did it on the other leg as I was putting them on. I'm like,
damn.
Well, because I think I've had these for over a decade, and I'm like, it's like
they're
underwear
like
with holes in it.
Your
it's like
clothes are rotting on you. Like
still going to wear these. I'm going to get back in the dresser. Not retiring. Like the clothes are like, we're dying. Throw us away. I know the Newman. So, anyways, the plugs here. Check us out on YouTube. And then also leave us a review on Apple Podcasts if you listen over there. Hopefully 5 stars. Write a review. We'll read it on the podcast. And then Spotify, you can also give us a rating over there. And then if you like the show, want to support the show, you can do so on patreon.com/thetonejerks. You can help support the show for as little as $1. You can double down for $2 a month, and you can go up from there. And I do want to honestly say thank you for people who do support the show. It makes a difference, even $1. I mean, it helps pay for things like Zoom. We get the Podbeans.
You're not honest normally. Like I say this with like all my heart. Like when I read these names, you just discounted everything. Every time I've always read people's names.
I read these from the heart. I could see your eyes looking. Like, where's that document? I'm sure your desktop. I'm sure 1, it's unnamed, and 2, it's disorganized. It's not even set up. You just have a pile on your desktop of icons.
I just type it in my search bar and I pop it up.
Yeah. Anyways, so that does help. So we had some the podcast bill came up and Zoom and everything. I'm like, thank you guys for helping support the show.
Yeah,
I help keep the lights on. So with that,
you keep the lights on for us.
Keep the light on for you. So I just want to say, thank you. Give you all a huge shout out, a sizable acknowledgement. Kyle, you got a list over there?
I got it right here.
Why don't you give it to?
Boo. I have Andrew Walsh from Andrew's Alcove and the Second Bud podcast, a Seinfeld listen watch along podcast that Brian moonlights on. Yep. Abe Newman, Michael Newman.
Nothing like warm White Claws.
Oh no. Nicholas
Payson. Down the
Payson.
drain, but I'm like, no, I paid for that.
Shut up.
This is
All right.
my time to shine.
Nicholas Ogburn, Doug King, Doug Chris from 37 Effects, Masters of the Cinematic Universe, and also the Just Surprise Me podcast. We got Joe from Masters of the Cinematic Universe and also Cinematic Universe. Blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
Cinematic Universe and also the Just Surprise Me podcast. Will Lehue from the Just Surprise Me podcast. Tony DeGraw from the Signal Path podcast. A lot of podcasts love our podcast. You know, I'm just going to say.
Yeah.
These guys got real taste, and they love us. We're the best. I looked around and said, wow, we're such a great podcast.
I was like, wow, there's so many podcasts. And like,
wow, they just love me.
Yeah. It's a terrible impression.
Yeah.
But I love doing the wrong, time to go home. And doing like,
she's a pig. Because you'd be in jail. Tony DeGraw also has another podcast.
The Texas Boggle State Champions. It's a King of the Hill podcast he does with Joe O'Rourke. I listen to it every week. It's great. It's great.
Yeah. We got
and that's my Tim
RJ
Dillon. That's my it's great.
I love this city.
Long,
whenever I was on Long Island. I grew up on Long Island. RJ Smith from Teletalks, also Stream Talk Repeat.
Mm-hmm.
You got Jamie Davis, Johnny Ray, Jason Fuzzmonger, Steve Rao from 60 Cycle Hum. Get him on the phone, by the way. Get him on the horn. Yeah. Steve Rao, fact checker.
I think he's the designated Jism Boys fact checker. He probably moonlight as our fact checker.
Yeah, he probably doesn't give a fuck. Kevin E. Quits from Quits Guitars. Co Schneider from Night Tides.
Mm-hmm.
Alvaro Viramontes. Brian Nutter of Nutter Guitars. Mel Chibson of Chibson Guitars. Sean Arbo from Gun Street Wiring Shop. Sean Fahey from the band Shadowhounds. Sean Wright from Lollygag. So many Seans.
Mm-hmm.
Getting it Sean. Get it. Oh, it doesn't sound good. Getting it on.
Get your Sean on. Sean Johns.
Yeah. Sean Wright from Lollygagger Effects.
Damn,
and we got the what?
I was gonna say Sean Wright should wear a Sean John just like full tracksuit.
Yeah.
He should go like find tracksuit.
Sean John. It should be Sean Wrong because Sean Wright. Sean Wrong.
Yep.
Lollygagger. Juan Ortiz from Tone Hungry Effects. Mike Oxbig.
Let you hang out there with that.
Huge erection.
Oh yeah.
Yusuf fucking cock. We got Zach Hale, Eric Merrill from YouTube, and he's building a guitar. Sounds like painting a guitar. Scott Hamilton from the Effects Loop podcast, which I did illegally borrow some pedals from.
Yeah.
You from him.
I should have asked him.
I know. I mean, they're closer now to him, so.
Yeah. So I did drive them closer to him.
He's in fucking Chicago.
Yeah.
Right? He's up there.
Yes, he's in Chicago. You're not really.
Yeah. I'm just straight south of him.
Yeah. I just drive up there.
I'll just send it up the Mississippi River.
The Great Mississippi.
Great Mississippi River. Yeah, he's from the Effects Loop podcast.
Yep.
Tim Noack from Bardic Audio Devices. He's making some crazy stuff, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
He is just stepping it up.
Yeah,
all right?
definitely. Yeah, it's like every post is like a new pedal. He's if you follow him on,
they look really cool too.
Yeah, definitely stepping up his game over there.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh shit, new pedals, new graphics. Oh, wait, V2s of shit. Yeah, he's on it.
Yeah, he had a preamp that he released recently, or maybe made. I don't know if it's like a production pedal, but damn, they look fucking sick.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Bardic Audio Devices. Check them out. Tyler Rhines from Tyler Casey Riffs on Instagram. Matthew Fenslaw from Your Everyday Life and Your Internet Life.
Yep.
He'll find you.
Your internet search history. He's from the he's out there in the subreddits.
Dude, he's all those guys on freaking the bass guitar for him.
Yeah.
He's fucking with me. Michael McVeigh and Matthew Davis.
All right. Thank you so much for this. Is another long episode.
Sorry, guys.
All right, but thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. We love you. Well, boy.
Bye.